A man claiming he can't fulfill his duties? In a world where men are valued only for their ability to provide heirs, this is a death sentence. But for Lu Yunxuan, it's his only way out of a marriage he never wanted. In Yunhui City, women hold supreme power while men are expected to be submissive. Lu was forced to marry the legendary, vicious demon general, Xiao Mingzhao. But on their very first night, she stripped off her wedding robes and abandoned him for the battlefield, leaving him a humiliated widow for 3 long years.
我当然得赶紧装病和离。
3 years pass. The vicious demon general is finally returning. To force a divorce, Lu Yunxuan paints his face like a ghost, hoping to look so sickly and frail that the city lord will throw him out for being unable to bear daughters. While waiting at the city gate, Lu spots a hideous portrait of his wife and mocks her looks. Little does he know, the stunning ethereal beauty standing right behind him is the very woman he just called a monster.
这少城主怎么长得比画上还丑？
驸马对我思念有加，一定是因为知道我今日要回来，所以高兴的一晚上睡不着觉。既然如此劳累，那我们就回府吧。
Desperate to be hated, Lu starts his divorce master plan. He intentionally smashes a precious vase, waiting for her rage. But Xiao Mingzhao is a master of reverse psychology, claiming the broken glass is a sign of good luck.
花开满地，祥瑞之兆。多谢驸马。
The games turn dangerous when Xiao Mingzhao corners him in the bedroom. She claims his scent is too sweet to resist and threatens to perform a physical exam right then and there.
看来今晚我得好好给驸马检查一下身体。
Forced to scrub her back, Lu's plan for revenge vanishes. The demon general is covered in horrific scars from her 3 years at war. Seeing the price she paid to protect the city, his heart begins to soften.
你也是为了保驾护航。他这3年过得也挺辛苦的吧？其实细算起来也不都是他的错。算了，这次先不跟你计较。
Xiao Mingzhao isn't just a warrior, she's a flirt. She uses a plum to tease him, inviting him to her chamber to cool down his fire. Lu Yunxuan realizes this woman is far more dangerous than any battlefield enemy.
驸马怎么了？李子吃多了容易上火，驸马还是小心一点。今晚先来我寝殿，我帮驸马泄火。
Their romance hits a wall when Xiao Mingzhao tries to gift him a bloody blade from a rebel leader. The refined Lu Yunxuan is horrified, realizing their values are worlds apart.
这个是北境叛臣首领的爱刀，原本呢也是死死揣在怀里不肯给我的，不过最后还不是为了感谢我放过他的手下，主动送给我。
Cornered on the wedding bed with no escape, Lu Yunxuan blurted out the most desperate lie a man could tell. He claims he has a medical dysfunction and can't fulfill his duties. As Lu falls asleep, Xiao Mingzhao watches him with a secret tenderness. She remembers a boy from her past who comforted her when she lost her father, telling her that even women are allowed to cry.
女子男子都是人，人应该开心就笑，伤心就哭。
Sharing a bed becomes a game of survival. When Xiao Mingzhao notices a jade pendant poking her, Lu panics. If his true male identity is exposed, his life in this city is over.
原来驸马浑身上下最硬的不是嘴啊！
The scandal explodes in the palace. Enemies reveal that Lu still carries his virginity mark after 3 years of marriage. Seizing the chaos, Lu Yunxuan begs the city lord for a divorce. But will the city lord grant his wish, or is this the start of a much deadlier trap?
臣对少城主没有不敬，只是臣自幼体弱多病，恐怕是没办法伺候好少城主了。
你好大的胆子！入府3年，居然还有手工杀，还敢说你没有对少城主不敬？既然如此，绝不能委屈了昭儿。我听说袁丞相之子。
The scandal of the virgin consort has rocked the palace. The city lord is absolutely furious that after 3 years of marriage, Lu Yunxuan hasn't fulfilled his duties. She sees it as a direct insult to the royal bloodline. But just as the hammer is about to fall on the terrified Lu, Xiao Mingzhao steps in with a bold and calculated lie to shield him. Xiao Mingzhao claims a divine prophecy requires 49 days of abstinence to avoid a fatal disaster. It is a clever shield, but the city lord is not easily fooled and demands a deadline for the marriage to be consummated. The city lord plots to educate Lu to better please her daughter.
是在为少城主还有驸马忧心。
3 legendary masters arrive to train Lu in the arts of pleasure.
我乃铁拳第一猛的武贵夫。
Lu Yunxuan realizes he cannot escape this training, so he decides to lean into the chaos. If he acts like a hopeless case and fails every lesson, maybe these experts will give up on him entirely and he can finally secure his divorce. Xiao Mingzhao hears of the training and knows her mother is putting on the pressure. While she cannot stop the lessons without causing a scene, she makes it clear that her husband is not to be bullied. She orders her guards to watch over him, showing a protective side that surprises even her closest aides.
乐主，你派人盯着点驸马那边，千万别让他吃亏了。
While Xiao Mingzhao tries to protect him from afar, Lu Yunxuan finds himself trapped in a bizarre curriculum. He is forced to endure a nightmare of conflicting advice from the 3 consorts, each claiming their method is the only way to a woman's heart. The training sessions quickly devolve into a hilarious tug-of-war. One consort demands elegance and relaxed wrists, another insists on raw power and bulging muscles, and the third wants pure, unadulterated seduction. Lu is stuck in the middle, intentionally acting as confused as possible to ruin the mood.
到底是夹紧还是放松啊？
Lu finally performs for his wife, playing the zither with all the grace of a dying bird. He expects her to be repulsed by the chaotic noise, but Xiao Mingzhao's taste is far more unique than he imagined. She finds the terrible music oddly inspiring, leaving Lu completely stunned.
太好听了，铿锵有力，气势。
To her, his chaotic noise sounds like a glorious battlefield with thousands of troops. Lu Yunxuan's plan to be repulsive is backfiring spectacularly, as his wife seems more fascinated by him than ever before. Desperate to end the night, Lu tries a clumsy dance and fakes a sprained ankle to escape the bedroom. But instead of letting him leave, Xiao Mingzhao is captivated by his effort. She is determined not to let his hard work go to waste, much to Lu's growing panic.
今晚，我绝不辜负你的一片心意。
Realizing he has accidentally set the mood for a night he is not ready for, Lu Yunxuan has only one option left. He makes a desperate excuse about his exhaustion and flees the room before things go any further. The consorts force a mysterious tonic down Lu's throat.
驸马的身子是弱了些，幸好我们提前准备了这个补药，你喝了保证神清气爽，精力充沛。
The medicine hits like a freight train, clouding Lu's mind and heating his blood. When Xiao Mingzhao returns, she finds her husband burning with a fever that has nothing to do with a cold. In his hazy state, Lu's defenses crumble, and the atmosphere in the room turns dangerously intimate.
驸马，你好热。
The line between acting and reality begins to blur as the aphrodisiac takes hold. Lu Yunxuan struggles to maintain his composure, but the young city lord's gentle touch is making it impossible to remember his plan for divorce. Lu wakes up the next morning in a cold sweat, frantically checking his mark of chastity. He is relieved to find he is safe for now, but the close call convinces him that his time is running out. He realizes that if he doesn't speed up the divorce, he might lose both his body and soul to this woman.
昨晚那么热情主动的驸马，我还是第一次见。
Escaping the manor's suffocating walls, Lu heads to his secret business empire to clear his head. He knows he cannot stay in this house any longer. He begins to calculate his assets, preparing for a life of freedom away from the city lord's reach and her complicated romantic games.
赵城主这种经历过很多风浪的，我就是他池塘里的一条鱼。
While planning his exit, Lu discovers a friend in crisis. Su Jinshu's shop has been trashed by the notorious General Chu, a woman who collects husbands like trophies. The general wants Su as her 18th husband, and in Yunque City, a commoner has no power to refuse a high-ranking officer.
前几日，少城主身边的楚将军来店里买布，我以为他是个大客户，就亲自去招待了。没成想，他第二天就来家里求亲，非要娶我去做第18房小郎。我不干，他就派人砸了布庄。
Lu Yunxuan knows he cannot fight a general with swords, so he fights with shadows and whispers. He spreads a terrifying prophecy through the city, turning the general's upcoming marriage into a sign of a coming apocalypse. Soon, the entire city is talking about the lustful demon in their midst.
说这个邪祟啊，专袭男子元阳，等吸过了18个人，这云雀城就要变成鬼城了。
As the rumors reach a boiling point, Lu Yunxuan steps into the light as the messenger of the heavens. But General Chu is not the type to be scared by ghost stories, and she is ready to draw blood to silence him. She confronts Lu directly, her sword inches from his throat.
诋毁本将军，你是想找死？就是你这个江湖骗子，在诋毁本将军。不过看你这个模样，长得不错，要不然本将军也不介意接你回府当我的第19房。
With a blade at his neck, Lu Yunxuan doesn't flinch. He doubles down on his performance, painting General Chu as a demon to turn the superstitious crowd against her. The fear in the air is palpable as he points the finger of divine judgment. The commoners fall to their knees, begging for salvation from the very woman who is supposed to protect them. Lu has successfully turned a street execution into a spiritual crisis. General Chu is unfazed by the accusations. Instead of repenting, she eyes the handsome priest with a predatory gaze, already planning to add him to her growing collection of captive husbands.
你说的是那个布庄的小掌柜吧？哼，他穿的那么浪荡，不就是对我勾引谄媚吗？我这么心地善良，当然得赶快成全他。
The crowd's anger reaches a boiling point, and the general realizes she's losing control. In a fit of rage, she draws her sword to silence the priest forever, but her strike is interrupted by a presence that commands the entire street.
笑，男人生下来就是为了嫁人的，他们的意愿没必要尊重。至于你说的天启，我连地狱都闯过，我又怎么会怕呢？
The arrival of the young city lord changes everything. Chu's arrogance vanishes instantly as she faces the one person she truly fears. Xiao Mingzhao steps in just in time, shielding the priest from the general's blade. She isn't just here to stop a fight, she's here to restore order to her city.
草民拜见少城主。 这里是楚将军府所有被迫害之人联名写的血书，恳请少城主为他们做主。
Lu Yunxuan plays the part of the humble victim, watching as his wife takes control of the situation with cold, calculated authority. The evidence is undeniable. Su Jingshu presents a blood-stained petition from the general's victims, and Xiao Mingzhao doesn't hesitate to deliver justice. Chu's military merits won't save her this time.
我战功赫赫，你不能随意处置我。
As the disgraced general is dragged away, the people cheer. But for Xiao Mingzhao, the real mystery is the handsome priest who started it all. Intrigued by his bravery and his face, the young city lord invites the priest to her manor for a private reading. Lu Yunxuan knows he's walking into a lion's den, but he has no choice but to follow. Back at the manor, the atmosphere is thick with tension. Xiao Mingzhao starts a game of cat and mouse, using a request for a marriage reading to test the man standing before her.
不知道长能否算出我与驸马何时才能共度良宵？
Xiao closes in, and Lu's disguise fails as his beard falls off.
道长，你怎么吓得连胡子都……
The secret is out. The priest and the prince consort are one and the same. Xiao Mingzhao doesn't look angry. She looks like she's finally found exactly what she was looking for. With the masks removed, the two finally speak the truth. Xiao Mingzhao reveals that the rumors of her brutality and debauchery were nothing but fabrications, stories she allowed to spread for her own protection.
当时我追个逃犯，结果呢，在路上他被马车撞死了。打更的人看到，就说我当街虐杀百姓。
Lu still wants a divorce, but Xiao responds with newfound tenderness.
当然是因为想和离啊。
She is playing a long game now, determined to win his heart instead of just commanding his presence. Lu finds himself trapped in a different kind of cage, one made of affection. Lu Yunxuan spends his nights reflecting on the past 3 years. He spent every moment planning his escape, but now he finds himself questioning if freedom is really what he wants, if it means leaving her side.
但明昭，我对他是不是已经动心？
His change of heart doesn't go unnoticed. Mo Sheng teases him about the black silk armor he's meticulously crafting, realizing that the divorce papers might never be signed after all.
话本里都说了，救命之恩要以身相报。驸马，你们昨晚是不是已经……哎，那驸马，你是不是不合理了？
When Lu presents the armor to Xiao Mingzhao, it's more than just a gift, it's a white flag. Xiao accepts it with a promise that seals their future together, vowing to bridge the gap between them.
你走出了第一步，接下来的99步都由我来走。
The misunderstanding is over, and a real partnership has begun. But in Yunque City, peace is a fragile thing, and new shadows are already gathering at the gates. Just as Lu Yunxuan begins to settle into his new life, his past comes screaming back. Mo Sheng rushes in with news that turns his world upside down. The family that sold him like cattle has arrived at the manor.
是驸马您的嫡父和嫡兄来了。
我一定要把我的嫡子嫁给少城主。
这3年来，你们对我不闻不问的，彩礼嫁妆尽属克扣。今天特意登门，难道是？
Lu confronts his family, exposing their greed and past neglect. Lu stands his ground against his father's demands.
父喊论你了，你还不赶紧给我跪下，向你哥哥道歉！
Just as the tension reaches a breaking point, a more powerful presence enters the room. Xiao Mingzhao arrives like a storm, making it clear that Lu Yunxuan is under her protection. Anyone who dares to insult her husband answers to her authority.
放肆！这可是少城主府，真当是你们的乡野之地吗？
The brother, Lu Yuncheng, tries a different tactic, the classic damsel in distresses routine mixed with a jar of plum blossom wine. He hopes to seduce the city lord with his supposed refinement, but Lu Yunxuan sees through the act instantly, turning the seduction attempt into a clumsy disaster. Xiao Mingzhao doesn't even spare him a glance, focusing all her attention on her husband instead. The brothers' attempt to climb the social ladder ends in public humiliation, as his special wine is used as a mere prop for Lu's counterattack. The family's greed knows no bounds, as they try to flaunt a rare treasure to regain favor. They present a luminous pearl as if it's a world wonder. Xiao Mingzhao barely hides her contempt, producing a pearl so massive it makes theirs look like a child's toy.
你们这颗勉强给轩郎当个弹珠玩的。
The family drama is interrupted by a new player, the formidable manager Yin, Xiao's old wet nurse. She doesn't hold back, publicly shaming Lu Yunxuan for failing his duties. The fact that he's still a virgin after 3 years of marriage becomes a weapon for his enemies.
嫁进府里3年了，还留着手工纱，让少城主为全城百姓笑话。
Lu Yuncheng sees an opportunity in the wet nurse's favor, offering a hand-embroidered sachet to win her over. Xiao Mingzhao, ever the strategist, decides to play along, pushing the ambitious brother toward the elderly nurse instead of herself, much to the brother's hidden dismay.
少城主不愧是我奶大的孩子，知道我寡居10余年了，还特意找了这么个细皮嫩肉的小哥来孝顺我。
With the meddling relatives sidelined, the wet nurse focuses on the couple's future. She delivers a secret manual and a potent soup meant to ensure a healthy heir. Xiao Mingzhao takes the opportunity to tease her husband, heightening the tension between them.
驸马，好好学，今晚我来验收。
The atmosphere between the two shifts from political to personal. Under the influence of the nourishing soup and the scandalous manual, the distance between them disappears. The once forced marriage is starting to feel like a real romance, much to Lu's confusion. Xiao Mingzhao's gentle touch and playful words are breaking down Lu's defenses. For the first time, he isn't looking for an escape, but wondering if he truly belongs by her side. But the father and brother haven't given up. They're planning one final desperate move. Thinking Lu Yunxuan has left the manor for the night, they plot to have the brother sneak into Xiao's bed to force her into a marriage. It's a dangerous gamble that's about to backfire.
只要生米煮成熟饭，为父自然有办法让少城主收了你。
The trap is set, but the rooms have been swapped. Lu Yunxuan creeps into the darkness, expecting the city lord, only to find himself in the arms of the very person he was trying to use the wet nurse. The hunter has become the prey in the most humiliating way possible.
这是借着送酒，上来跟我私会呀！我就喜欢这种懂事的小郎君。
这不止跟3年前大婚时间一模一样。
Xiao reveals their marriage was rooted in a childhood encounter.
其实我的心里一直有个人，他在我最难过无助的时候出现在我眼前。
The brilliant star she followed all those years was him all along. For Lu Yunxuan, the realization that he was chosen out of love, not politics, changes everything. Hearing that he was always the one she wanted, Lu Yunxuan finally lets go of his plans for divorce. The man who once thought he married a monster realizes he's found a treasure, and the two finally seal their bond with a promise of a lifetime. The Cold War in the manor is officially over, replaced by a warmth neither expected.
无数关于你的谣言，都让我觉得自己嫁了个只懂打打杀杀的恶人。所以这3年来，我一心只想着和离。但是和你相处的过程中，我发现你和谣言并不同。没想到，是我捡到了宝，嫁给了个顶天立地的大英雄。
The honeymoon phase is in full swing, fueled by the wet nurse's questionable but effective tonics. Their playful banter shows just how far they've come from the cold strangers they once were, with Lu Yunxuan finally showing his confident, cheeky side.
主母的汤果然厉害，不过他说是一夜7次，我怎么觉得不止呢？
The morning glow is quickly dimmed by a loud commotion outside the gates. Lu Yunxuan is making a scene, demanding to see his son Yuncheng, convinced he's spent the night in the city lord's bed. But when the doors finally open, he is met with a sight that leaves the entire manor speechless.
岳父，怎么这么早就过来了？
Instead of the young city lord, it's the elderly manager Yin who steps out of the bedroom, looking quite satisfied with her guest. The brother's ambition backfires as his scandal is exposed.
兄长若是对殷长是有心，你直接跟我说就是了，怎么能做出自荐枕席这种事？
Xiao decrees a marriage between the brother and the nurse.
将陆云城许配给殷长氏做正夫，择日成婚吧。
With the meddling relatives dealt with, Lu Yunxuan tries to be a traditional husband, but his attempt at cooking ends in a literal explosion. The servants are quick to gossip, but Xiao Mingzhao shuts them down with a display of absolute devotion.
男子的价值从不在灶台和针线之间。他若擅长这些，我自然欢喜；但他若不擅长也无妨。我娶她回来，只是因为她是陆云轩，她的好我懂就够了。
While he might be a disaster in the kitchen, Lu Yunxuan proves his real worth lies in his brilliant mind. He effortlessly untangles the complex military accounts that were giving the city lord a massive headache, proving he's the ultimate power partner.
你看啊，这堆是军械耗费，得按分类在下面标明年份和损耗率。
To show his gratitude, Lu presents a handmade belt, though his embroidery skills are questionable at best. Xiao Mingzhao struggles to identify the creatures on the fabric, leading to a hilarious misunderstanding that tests her diplomatic skills.
这只鸡绣得真好看。
The domestic peace is interrupted by Su Jinshu, a friend of Lu's who claims to be a victim of the city's oppressive gender norms. His plight prompts Xiao Mingzhao to deliver a powerful speech challenging the arrogance of the female-dominated society, much to Lu's admiration.
你一句蝼蚁，就要抹杀掉男子的所有付出，简直狂妄至极。
Su Jinshu misreads Xiao's politeness as romantic interest.
少城主这么爽快答应让我住下来，看来对我是有好感的。
Su mocks the belt, unaware it's Lu's own handiwork.
云轩，我刚看到少城主的腰带上绣了2只鸡，少城主是喜欢鸡吗？
Su Jinshu's first attempt to undermine Lu Yunxuan has failed miserably, but he isn't going anywhere. How far will this friend go to steal the city lord's heart, and can Lu Yunxuan protect his marriage from the viper he just invited in?
这被褥啊，要先晒棉絮，再晒背面，在阳光正烈时翻面，并且在你傍晚收的时候抖3抖，这样晒出来的棉被才会有阳光的味道。今天我听到府里好几处下人们都在夸苏公子，他们说苏公子上得厅堂，下得厨房，简直就是模范郎君。他们还说。
The scheme works. Rumors start flying that Su is more suited for the title than Lu Yunxuan. Realizing his kindness has invited a wolf into the house, Lu finally drops the nice guy act. If it's a fight for his wife's heart he wants, it's a fight he'll get. The next day, Lu Yunxuan turns up the charm, catching Xiao Mingzhao completely off guard with his sudden boldness. He's marking his territory, and he's not being subtle about it.
群狼环伺，不卖力点就要被偷家了。
But Su Jinshu doesn't know when to quit. He tries to use his embroidery skills to make Lu look incompetent in front of the city lord. He's practically begging for a spot in the manor, but Xiao Mingzhao isn't looking for a housekeeper, she's looking for her husband.
少城主千万别怪云轩，她未出嫁的时候就喜欢往外跑，对刺绣、烹饪向来不感兴趣，不像我，自幼喜欢研习这些。如果我嫁进府里，
Desperate to prove his worth, Su takes another shot at Lu's chicken embroidery, offering to make the city lord a proper robe himself. He thinks he's being clever, but he's just exposing his own greed.
不像云轩给你绣的那2只鸡，只会让人笑话。不如玩这个，给您做件衣裳。
Xiao Mingzhao has seen enough. To protect her husband from this toxic friend, she decides to marry Su off to a military officer. It's a generous offer for a commoner, but Su Jingshu's reaction reveals his true, ugly colors.
这个苏锦书对我的心思不单纯，轩郎把他当挚友，我得赶快让他离开这里，绝不能让他伤害到轩郎。说起衣裳，前几日来府中的沈离，我看他身上的衣裳还是前几年的款式，才得知原来他还未婚配，家中没人料理这些琐事。
The mask finally slips. Su Jingshu refuses the marriage, arrogantly declaring that he belongs in the city lord's manor because he's convinced Xiao Mingzhao is secretly in love with him. The sheer delusion leaves the couple speechless.
别说，我知道你之前的未婚妻是官宦家的嫡女，但她自己没有半点官职。沈校尉是堂堂4品官衔，前途无量，并且你嫁过去之后，直接就是正府。
The city lord doesn't hold back. She crushes his fantasies with cold, hard truth. Every smile, every look of affection he thought was for him was actually directed at the man standing right next to him.
你看到我笑，那是因为我在看轩郎，除了他，我眼里根本看不到其他人。
When Su turns his venom on Lu Yunxuan, Xiao Mingzhao loses her last bit of patience. She gives him 3 days to pack his things and vanish, or she'll have him forcibly removed. The viper has finally been stepped on.
苏锦书，我绝不允许你再伤害轩郎半分。我给你3天时间离开少城主府，如若不然，我只能请人把你送回苏宅。请吧。
Even as he's being kicked out, Su Jinshu tries to poison Lu's mind, claiming that women are inherently fickle and will always move on to the next man. But Lu Yunxuan's loyalty is unshakable. He's not playing the traditional game, he's playing for keeps.
唯一，自古女子多滥情，他楚潇潇那样的人都能娶18房，更何况少城主，就算不是我，也会是别人。
Driven by pure malice, Su Jingshu vows to use Lu's love against him. If he can't have the city lord, he'll make sure Lu Yunxuan loses everything. A storm is brewing, and it's fueled by a loser's spite.
既然你说少城主那么爱你，那就别怪我借你的光了。
The opportunity comes when Xiao Mingzhao returns from a palace banquet completely wasted. Even in her drunken stupor, she can only call out for one person, proving her heart is fully occupied.
我要轩郎，把轩郎叫过来。
Su Jingshu sneaks into the room to force a scandal.
少城主，你若是尝过我的滋味，就不会只痴迷于陆于轩一人了。
Xiao wakes up and has the intruder thrown out.
少城主莫要自欺欺人，春宵苦短，要珍惜啊！还请少城主垂怜。
By morning, the city is buzzing with a fake scandal. Rumors that the city lord has taken Su Jingshu as a consort. While the manor is in a panic, Lu Yunxuan remains suspiciously calm. He knows exactly who is behind this, and he's already planning his next move.
有人昨晚看到苏公子衣衫不整的从寝殿跑出去，于是他们就说苏公子被少城主给收了房。
The rumors are spreading like wildfire, and Su Jingshu has vanished into the city's shadows. Will this fake scandal tear the couple apart? Or has Su Jingshu just handed Lu Yunxuan the perfect excuse to finish him off for good? The real game of shadows has just begun.
我说过，不管用什么方法，我一定会嫁进少城主府。
Su Jingshu's obsession has reached a breaking point. No longer satisfied with whispers, he confronts Lu Yunxuan and Xiao Mingzhao, demanding the title of Prince Consort as if it were his birthright. Lu Yunxuan tries to talk sense into him, but the Viper has already prepared a much more toxic argument than words.
不晕的话会被人起疑的，那我还是装一下吧。
Waking up in a damp hideout, the two are surrounded by thugs looking for the Prince Consort. Su Jinshu is paralyzed by fear, but Lu Yunxuan sees a perfect opportunity to let Su's greed backfire. He points to Su's expensive robes, effectively handing him the target.
他身上的月白袍子，那可是驸马才能用的料子，不像我，只能穿别人剩下的衣服。
Su Jinshu's desperate attempts to lie his way out only make him look more suspicious to the greedy kidnappers. The situation turns dark as the thugs reveal their true motive. They aren't here for a ransom. They've been paid to ruin Lu Yunxuan's reputation and leave him discarded by the city lord. Lu realizes this isn't just a random crime, it's a calculated strike at his very existence. While Lu is bargaining for his life, the manor is in chaos. Xiao Mingzhao learns of the disappearance, and her fury is cold and absolute. She's ready to tear the city apart to bring her husband home.
你去金兆司，派他们全城搜寻。
Back at the hideout, the thugs decide that a payout isn't enough. They want to enjoy their prize before finishing the job, putting Lu Yunxuan in the most dangerous position yet. Xiao storms in, and Lu plays the fragile victim.
总算来了，吓死我了！
Xiao Mingzhao's protective instincts flare up, completely ignoring Su Jinshu's attempts to expose Lu's acting. Safe at home, the rescue turns into domestic heat.
现在没人打扰我们了，要不要去长榻上？我好好给你做个全身检查。
But the peace is short-lived. Lu Yunxuan discovers the mastermind behind the kidnapping is his own brother, Lu Yuncheng. He has him dragged in, forcing a confession out of the jealous coward.
是我又怎么样？我不这样做，难道看你在少城中府风光吗？
Lu delivers a brutal lesson in brotherhood to his brother.
这一巴掌，打你不顾兄弟情义，竟敢勾引少城主，自己心怀不轨，怪不到我头上。
He makes it clear. Any further betrayal will result in total ruin. The city lord puts Lu in charge of the banquet.
奉天承运，城主诏曰：孤诞辰将至，特命驸马全权统筹寿宴诸事，户部拨银50万两以供之用，钦此。
Noble Consort Wen and Prime Minister Yuan plot to sabotage Lu.
丞相别闹，不来了。不知道城主这个老女人怎么想的，突然把寿宴筹办交给了那个陆云轩。
The banquet is set to be a battlefield. Will Lu Yunxuan's sharp mind be enough to survive the political sharks waiting for him to fail?
血光琉璃盏，银胎珐琅花瓶，血焰，驼峰。
The banquet is a battlefield, and Lu Yunxuan is already counting the casualties. While everyone thinks he's just a trophy husband, he's busy dissecting the city's corrupt finances. He finds a massive hole in the book's 50,000 silver coins gone under Noble Consort Wen's watch. This list is a trap, filled with rare items designed to make Lu fail. But Wen has no idea that Lu's sharp mind for numbers is his deadliest weapon.
他可能不知道，我的酒楼遍布全城，置办这些并不难。
Noble Consort Wen expects Lu to beg for mercy and return the task, but he underestimated his opponent's reach. Lu Yunxuan isn't just a scholar. He's the secret owner of a restaurant empire that spans the entire city. With the ingredients secured, Lu turns his attention back to the suspicious records, ready to dig up the dirt Wen has been burying for years. Just as things seem to be going smoothly, disaster strikes. The warehouse is raided, and the precious ingredients are reduced to rubble. It looks like game over, and even his loyal servant Mo Sheng is ready to pack his bags and run.
寿宴上要用的名贵食材被破坏了一大半，还有那些器具也被破坏了，怎么办呀？
Lu Yunxuan doesn't panic. In the ruins of the feast, he sees a way to turn a catastrophe into a political masterstroke that will humiliate his enemies. While Lu is busy saving the banquet, the city lord drops a bombshell. A new face enters the inner circle, and it's the last person Lu expected to see his old rival, Su Jinshu, who has successfully seduced his way to the top. Su has officially become the city lord's newest favorite, adding a dangerous new layer to the palace power struggle. Su Jinshu's arrival doesn't intimidate everyone. Xiao Mingzhao sees right through his desperate social climbing and delivers a verbal slap that leaves the new consort speechless.
爬不上我的床，爬到母亲床上。
The banquet finally starts, but the nobles are horrified by what Lu Yunxuan brings out. Instead of birds' nests and gold leaf delicacies, he serves simple, rustic dishes that look like they belong in a peasant's hut.
这是什么简陋之物？驸马也敢端到城主的寿宴上？
Su Jinshu and noble consort Wen join the mockery, thinking Lu has finally handed them his head on a platter. But Lu Yunxuan is playing a different game. He frames the simple food as a tribute to the people's loyalty, turning a logistics failure into a display of the city lord's benevolence. The gamble pays off, and the city lord is delighted.
城主，少城主曾多次与臣讲过，上次去北京征伐的时候，有很多当地百姓围炉煮肉，好不惬意。都说烟火最能体现民心，今日是城主的寿宴，所以臣特意寻来天南海北的食材。臣是想让城主尝一尝各地百姓的口味，全城百姓都受城主庇护，应当同乐。
With one speech, Lu turns a crisis into a victory, leaving his detractors fuming in silence. Noble Consort Wen isn't finished. Seeing his plan fail, he pivots to a direct accusation, demanding to know where the expensive ingredients and treasures went, accusing Lu of pocketing the funds.
还有夜光琉璃盏和银胎珐琅花瓶，怎么如今不见这些器物？莫不是驸马自己贪墨？
Lu Yunxuan reveals his counter trap. He had coated the warehouse floors with a special invisible powder. If Wen's pet dog was truly the one who destroyed the ingredients, the proof will be literally glowing on its fur.
如果身上有淡金色纹路，那便是他擅闯库房的证据。
The city lord orders the inspection, and the silence in the hall is deafening as Wen's face turns pale. The evidence is undeniable. The city lord is furious that Wen would sabotage her banquet just to settle a petty grudge. Desperate, Wen tries to sacrifice his beloved pet to save his own skin.
城主明鉴，福瑞只是一只狗，是臣管教不严，让他误入了库房，请城主赐死福瑞，以儆效尤。
The final blow comes when Xiao Mingzhao and Lu Yunxuan present the real accounts. They've spent the week cross-referencing years of records, exposing a massive web of embezzlement that goes far beyond a single banquet.
往年收宴所用的食材器具，不仅以次充好，更有多报谎报的账目。
The evidence is overwhelming. Wen's long history of theft is finally laid bare before the entire court. The city lord's patience has reached its limit. She realizes that the man she trusted has been bleeding the city dry for years. The sentence is swift and absolute. Total ruin for noble consort Wen.
脱去贵妇服制，打入大牢，族人府邸一并查抄。
With Wen's fall, the dominoes start to tumble. Abandoned by his allies, Wen realizes he was just a pawn for Chancellor Yuan. Pushed to the edge, he decides to take the mastermind down with him.
事到如今，你居然让我一个人扛！若不是当时你甜言蜜语的哄骗我，我怎么会为了帮你挪用城主寿宴的银钱？若不是你甜言蜜语的哄我，我怎么会为了帮你挪用城主寿宴的银钱？
The shockwaves of noble consort Wen's confession haven't even settled before the palace turns into a courtroom. Desperate to avoid the abyss, Wen tries to drag Chancellor Yuan down with him, exposing the dirty secret behind the city lord's stolen birthday funds. But the Chancellor is a seasoned snake. She immediately plays the victim, claiming she barely knows the man she's been sharing both a bed and a ledger with for years. Lu Yunxuan presents the ledger that proves their connection.
那这本账册呢？这是袁丞相近3年来的账册，其中每个月都有一笔无名的收入。
The ledger reveals a systematic drain on the city's wealth, all flowing from Wen's private accounts. Lu even has witnesses who saw the Chancellor sneaking into Wen's courtyard in the dead of night. Realizing his lover has abandoned him, noble consort Wen finally snaps. He stops begging for mercy and starts screaming the truth, throwing his years of loneliness and resentment back in the city lord's face.
罢了，事已至此，我认了。文贵夫，我对你好是真，可若不是你手中握着城主府采买的权利，我又何必花心思哄你？
It's a pathetic display of a man who traded his integrity for a love that never existed. The city lord is disgusted, seeing the greed and betrayal hidden behind his tears. Chancellor Yuan finally drops the mask and admits her crimes.
罢了，事已至此，我认了。文贵夫，我对你好是真，可若不是你手中握着城主府采买的权利，我又何必花心思哄你？
The city lord's patience is gone. She orders both of them dragged to the dungeons, ending a reign of corruption that nearly bankrupted the city. Prince Adrian arrives to claim the young city lord.
阿德王子，男子的价值，从不只在骑射弯刀之间。正如人的气度，也不该靠贬低他人来彰显。
Xiao Mingzhao's response is cold and immediate, but the prince isn't deterred. He looks at Lu Yunxuan like he's nothing more than a temporary obstacle. Adrian treats Lu like a delicate ornament, mocking the men of Yunque City for their supposed weakness. But Lu Yunxuan isn't the type to take an insult lying down.
阿德王子，男子的价值，从不只在骑射弯刀之间。正如人的气度，也不该靠贬低他人来彰显。
Desperate to prove his dominance, Adrian invokes an ancient challenge. He wants Lu's title, his status, and his wife, betting that a canary can't survive a real fight.
听闻云雀城有个规矩，想要取代正夫的位置，可以发起挑战。驸马，可敢应战？
To everyone's shock, Lu Yunxuan accepts. He knows this isn't just a duel for a husband's place. It's a battle to protect the woman he loves and the city he's come to call home. Between the political storms and the upcoming duel, Xiao Mingzhao finds a way to keep things heated. In the privacy of their carriage, she decides to give Lu his reward early, leading to a commotion that has the servants fearing for their lives.
没个正形，这是我与阿德里安王子的比赛，你可别。
The challenge begins, and Adrian tries to rattle Lu.
驸马现在要是求饶的话，本王子倒是可以让让你，毕竟对付金丝雀，不需要真功夫。
Lu Yunxuan just smiles. He spent his life being underestimated, and he's about to show the prince exactly what this canary is capable of. The first round is a test of physical stats, and the results leave the entire court speechless. Adrian expected to outclass Lu in every way, but the measurements tell a very different story, especially when it comes to Lu's hidden talents.
驸马现在要是求饶的话，本王子倒是可以让让你，毕竟对付金丝雀，不需要真功夫。
Lu Yunxuan wins the first round by a landslide. The prince is fuming, realizing that he's been outdone in the most humiliating way possible. Rumors of Lu's measurements spread through the city.
现在整个云雀城闹得沸沸扬扬，不如我们就做点实事，免得辜负了大家的关心。原本只有我知道的事情，大家都知道了。 不过呢，今天在大殿上量的还不够精准，不如就由我亲自来为驸马量一量，如何？
Lu tries to escape, but the young city lord is a hunter who never misses her mark. Their playful chase in the bedroom is a brief moment of peace before the next brutal trial. The second round is a test of strength, but the game is rigged. Su Jingshu has coated the walnuts with sulfur and iron sand, making them impossible to crush. When Adrian claims victory, Lu doesn't hesitate to call out the foul play.
人动了手脚，这些核桃都被人涂了硫磺和铁砂混合的涂层，这种涂层遇热会变硬，寻常力道根本无法碾碎。
With his sabotage exposed, Su Jingshu retreats into the shadows to strike a desperate deal. He offers to help Adrian win the final round, but the price is Adrian's total loyalty as his personal spy.
好，最好别耍什么花样，否则越都城的弯刀可不长眼。
A dark alliance is formed. Su Jingshu is no longer just a jealous rival. He's a traitor willing to sell out his city to see Lu Yunxuan destroyed. As the final round approaches, Lu and Xiao realize they are fighting for more than just a marriage. They are up against a conspiracy that threatens the very foundation of Yunque City.
不知道，现在看来，他和阿德王子已经达成了合作，最后一场比试不能掉以轻心。
臣认为，既然阿德王子和驸马都对少城主情谊深厚，不如以笔为刃，在一炷香的时间内。 画出心爱之人最美的模样，如何？
Su Jingshu proposes a painting challenge as the final test. Lu's double-sided painting captures Xiao's fierce and gentle sides.
世人皆知少城主英勇，但在我心中，他不只是一个上阵杀敌的英雄，更是一个能为一朵海棠花开而笑的寻常人。我希望少城主建功立业，但我更希望他能够平安喜乐，人心所向，直至亲之安处。
Lu wins and offers Adrian an alliance instead of exposure.
如果你信得过我的话，我可以助你一臂之力，促成云雀城与越都城的结盟。
The new alliance between cities proves its worth almost immediately, as Prince Adrian decides to repay Lu's kindness with the truth. To the shock of the entire court, the prince turns on his secret collaborator, Su Jingshu. He produces a secret letter that details Su's plot to rig the painting competition and sabotage Lu's tools, proving that the man who claimed to be loyal was actually the one poisoning the manna from within.
这封是锦贵夫给我的密信，他在信中说会把纹饰改为作画，还买通官员盛赞我的画作，让我赢得比赛。
Lu presents Iron Frost as proof of Su's sabotage.
上面染上这个制铁霜，寻常人根本就无法捏碎。臣特意派人去查了一下，这东西十分难买，只有锦贵夫的侍卫买过它。
Trapped by his own crimes and abandoned by his allies, Su Jingshu finally drops the facade of the elegant consort. His desperation turns into a terrifying rage as he begins to scream at everyone in the room. He lashes out at the city lord for treating him like a pet, and even threatens to marry her mother just to stay in power and torment Xiao Mingzhao for rejecting him.
小明昭，我对你忠心一片，你为什么就是看不上我？你不要我，我就嫁给你娘，这一切都是你逼我的。
The internal rot has been purged, but a much larger storm is gathering at the city gates. Moonlight City's army has launched a sudden invasion, forcing Xiao Mingzhao to trade her wedding robes for her general's armor once again. In the quiet moments before she marches to the border, Lu Yunxuan offers her his full support, promising to protect their home while she protects their people.
乖乖在家等我，得胜归来。
The fires of war have been extinguished, leaving behind a city ready for a radical transformation. As Xiao Mingzhao formally succeeds her mother as the city lord, she and Lu Yunxuan stand side by side to announce a new era of equality. They decree that the old systems of gender-based power are over, opening the military and the civil exams to everyone based solely on their merit and ambition.
男女本是同根生，并无高低贵贱之分。今日城主推行平权，不是要颠覆旧制，而是为了能够让每一个人都有凭本事立足的公平。
Equality changes the city, but domestic life remains chaotic for the couple.
我陈氏刚核算完酒楼的月账，然后4时就得去绸缎庄盯着新到的云姐。5时我还没休息半晌呢，尚书府的正夫就堵在门口哭，说尚书要纳一个唱小曲的小郎，家里的地契全被他拿走了。明日呢？明日陈氏先带孩子们去见夫子，然后再去尚书府安慰那个正夫。我找谁惹谁了我？
Lu issues an ultimatum: help with their son or face a divorce.
你憋着也要把时间硬下来。今天你要不把安安的描红本改完的话，这日子我就没法过了。我要和离。